All right, this is part two, and I ended the last one by talking about how to use these menus if you want to, and where you can and can't do that. So where you can do that is on the communications, and a lot of times, a lot of the activity in the course is going to happen in the communications area, and after you've done the module itself, read the readings, read the directions, you might want to just jump right to the discussions. And you can do that by coming to the communication and going to discussion. Um, that's probably the only time when you might want to use these menus up here. There's another thing that you could think that you would use, but I don't want you to use it, and that is to go to the resource content section. If you go to the resource content section, you're going to find a lot of uh, documents here, PowerPoints. These are some uh, things that we may or may not be using, and some of the things that in there we won't be using. And so if you come here and you look at, oh, chapter 7, I'm supposed to do these two readings and this, look at this PowerPoint, you're going to be doing stuff that I haven't asked you to do. The only things that you're going to be asked to read are going to be linked from the home page. Um, and even if you go into the communication discussion area, there's some discussions that are here that we're not going to do. You'd have to scroll all the way. I've hidden them down at the bottom. You'd have to scroll all the way to the bottom. And I've marked it as not using. But, um, you know, if you're thinking to attack the course by coming at these menus up here, you might get misled because everything that I actually want you to do is organized in the modules on the front page. So, for example, you could get to that discussion board by using the link on top, but you don't have to because if you use this link here, it takes you to the discussion board, right? Um, I want to go through a little bit of the what works and doesn't work with the discussion boards. First of all, I have a discussion board up here called Help, and what that's for is any time that you have a question that you want a quicker answer to, especially something technical that is holding you up, especially like I have a link and it's not working, or some other technical issue that you need help with, and if I don't give you the answer right away, it's going to slow you down. I'll post it here because I subscribe to that board, and that means that if you post something there, I'll get an email about it. And I will be checking into D2L at least once a day, but I'll check into my email a lot more often than that. So I'll get a quicker notification and I'll reply to your question quickly. Another thing to notice about D2L is that all the discussion boards are here and you can navigate, jump around the discussion boards by clicking over here. And this also tells you what you have read and what you haven't read. So the way that D2L is organized is with forums and discussion topics within the forum. So the first forum is for the whole intro module, and then I have 3 topics under that. One for the intro ticket, one for Impact, and one for Building a Philosophy. So you can see that I have 2 unread posts in the forum, and those are from Michelle. So thanks, Michelle, for getting us started here. And haven't read your post yet, but looking forward to it. And I have she has posted once in the intro ticket and once in the unpack. So if I go to intro ticket, it'll take me to that topic, and I can click her response. And when I click that, it basically tells D2L that I've read that post, whether I actually have or not. And so then it doesn't show up that I've read it yet, but as soon as I click off, it shows that I've read it. Right now, maybe I clicked on Michelle's post here, like I just did, but I didn't actually read it, or I read a little bit and I go, oh, that's interesting, I want to come back to it later, but I got something else to do, or I need to read something else before I do, and you realize something like that. You can go in here and change whether or not you've read a particular post or a whole thread. So I'll mark all posts as unread so that I don't forget to come back and read Michelle's post later. You can also, after you've posted something, you can come here to say, oh, that was a bad post, I don't like that, and delete it. Or you can come in and edit it and change something you've read. All right? One other thing I want to point out about the discussion is to come in and check your settings. And the one that I want you to especially make sure to pay attention to is this one, include original post and reply. Make sure that's not checked, because if you check that, it will repeat the other person's post within your post, which is completely unnecessary because theirs is right there, and that just adds to more scrolling. All right, I think that's all the nuts and bolts that I wanted to cover for now. Um, I'm looking forward to reading Michelle's posts and all your posts in the intro and with the start of the course. It looks like everybody has checked in at least once, so that means we're off to a good start. And looking forward to summer 3 together. Thanks, everybody.